I have been seeing this trend a lot, using Aquaphor under your concealer. So I'm going to give it a try, but I'm going to do it with my Seint Demi. And I'm also going to see the difference between the Aquaphor and the Seint Balm, which I love and I always put underneath my under eye concealer. First off, for those of you that are new here, my name is Lisa. I'm an esthetician. I've been an esthetician for 23 years and my channel is all about helping you with your skincare and makeup. Okay, so I did a very light summer makeup on my eyelids, and on my under eyes I have nothing on, which is crazy to me. Again, my other videos, especially my most recent videos, I started this Beauty Society skincare line. My subscribers that have been here for a little while, and you've seen my other videos, and anybody that's new here, you could look at videos from a few months ago even. The difference in my under eyes is spectacular. I can't believe it. My under eyes have been my problem area and I talk about them all the time, and this is one of the reasons why I love Demi so much, is because of, you'll see, like when I use it now, it is a very, very minimal product that you need. So my maturing eyes, I don't get crepiness or chalkiness like I do from liquid foundations and concealers, because as they evaporate from your skin they become like so chalky, which is why I think this Aquaphor is gaining popularity, that people are using this underneath as kind of like a supple barrier. Well, the balm also does that, which is from Seint, and they came out with this. It's got skincare ingredient in it. It is squalane, which is really great. It's got vitamin E in it as well. So it kind of gives a barrier and also keeps hydration and moisture in your skin. So it makes everything look more supple and you don't have anything falling into like fine lines and crow's feet and accentuating all of that, especially liquid-based foundations and concealers. Now, these other ones here are lip conditioners and they have a scent to them. The balm, the one that I have, does not have a scent. So I am going to put that on one side. Let me do it here. So this is usually what I use. And then I'm going to do the Aquaphor on the other side and see if there is a difference. Now, of course, you have to put these on super thin because you do not want to make like a huge slippery mess. I love Aquaphor. I use Aquaphor all the time. I like these travel size ones. Even like in the winter, I'm talking like the teeniest little dollop is probably what you need. And this is probably too much. But I'm just going to put a little bit on my ring finger and start to smooth this. That's probably all I need. But Aquaphor I use all the time, even after hand lotion, and I'll put it on the back of my hands, like when in the winter, so it keeps moisture from evaporating from your skin. That's what these occlusive agents do. So the balm has the same type of occlusive agents. It's got petrolatum in it, just like this does, and this has lanolin in it, just like the balm does as well. So I wonder if it's going to be pretty comparable. I'm just going to do one more tiny little layer. Let me kind of smooth that off so I don't have too much thickness here. Okay, let's see how smooth everything gets applied. And I have my spot brush. That's another thing that I've noticed, that I got like a hair here or something. What is this? It's driving me crazy. I think it's gone. Okay, so I was using the bright brush, and you'll see here, look, it's all clear, the bright brush, and this is the one that I was using before because I felt like I needed more surface area in order to feather in my color correction product, which is the Demi, and that is color canceling. So what is happening here? Good Lord. Okay, so I have my power color. That's what I call this. This is my 03, and this is actually a very popular color for a lot of light to medium skin tones, and this is determined from the color match. So that is actually, all of my information is down below. If you're interested in trying a Demi product and you want to get matched, I'll do that for you. And you tell me what it is, what your concerns are. This is the side with the petrolatum, the Aquaphor. And based on the discoloration that you have, I'll be able to pick the shades that you need to counteract them. So if you see here, you might be able to see it like really well here. This was a huge problem area for me. This was so dark before, but again, two products in particular from Beauty Society that I accredit to my under eye transformation is the Immortal Eyes Eye Cream and our little secret firming peptide serum. This stuff is incredible. So because obviously I must be having some sagging and loss of elasticity around here, and I feel like I notice a difference in tightening around here, around my under eye bags, but mostly it's the discoloration. It is nuts if you look at like my other videos. Okay, so far it kind of looks really supple. It doesn't look cakey at all. And then I do have these trough areas here. These are never going to go away unless I had like surgery. But I have to say that they have diminished a little bit because of that firming, you know, with the bag like on top. I feel like there is a little bit of tightening going on. Now this side is the side that I have with the Seint Balm, and I'm going to do the same exact thing. I have some blue here. I already know that's another thing too, is some people think that this would be time consuming with the Demi, but once you know your colors and exactly where they go, it goes very, very quickly. And you know exactly what brush you're going to use and where you're going to apply everything. So that is not a concern. And also these are wax based, which is a good thing because that means that it is going to move with your skin. It is not going to evaporate and become chalky and crepey like liquid foundations do. And because it moves with your skin, it makes everything stay supple looking, which especially for maturing eyes is necessary. So there's the outside here. This is actually bronzer that I put on my eyelids because I just did a light layer of bronzer as my eyeshadow. Very minimal Demi on my eyelids, which I used to need a lot more to cancel out like the discoloration up here, because Immortal Eyes eye cream you could also put on your eyelids. I'm telling you, it's incredible. I have a vein right here, and that's all you got to do. So once you know, like I said, where everything is or where you need to place your color correction in order to cancel out discoloration, it is so, so quick. I hope it's picking up on camera. And then what I'm going to try to do, because this is what I was doing before, I have a very, very light Demi that is in keeping with this. It's just one shade lighter. That's that one right there. And I use it for brightening, and I try to give the illusion that these little trough areas are being pushed forward, because that's what light does, pushes forward, and dark recedes, and anything light should push that forward to minimize the appearance of these dents. Okay, so far so good. And then I like having my cleaning tile here to remove and knock off any of the excess product here. So I go into my other color, Undisturbed. And I usually go under the trough with this lighter Demi color. And I kind of make like a little bit of a line down here. Sometimes out here too. And then just kind of bring this down and feather it a little bit in the trough as well. And then when I feather that out, it kind of diminishes that, like when I'm looking straight on. Like I said, it's never going to completely go away, but it could brighten and just make the overall look of them a little bit softer. And go underneath it. There we go. And then I also do the new Demi method as well, and you'll see, because I'm going to do it with bronzer right now, and it seems so counterintuitive to people, but I'm telling you, it works. You could also do this with contour. The bronzer is more sheer, but it kind of still gives you the same type of effect. So this is Bella Bronzer from Seint, and I'm going to go on the outside here because I already had bronzer, but once I start doing this little darkening method and darkening light spots, like super pasty spots, anything that looks too pasty, which I hate, because I feel like that makes your skin look even more mature. Let me see. I gotta look in the mirror a little bit so I can tell. Okay, there we go. And then tap it out and go up on the temple. It seems counterintuitive to people. And then I'm gonna bring my blush and bronzer brush into it to kind of soften. And then another thing is around this area, if it's looking a little pasty, I'll do the same exact thing, very, very light. And go over my nose. And feather, and feather, and feather. You see how it doesn't look pasty anymore. I still have the brightening a little bit, but not too much. So it like completely minimized that even more. That dent that I had, that dreaded dent. Make sure this is all feathered out, and then I'm going to do the same exact thing on the other side. I like to do circular motions, and this is the spot brush, but you could also use the bright brush, and you see how that softened it, because these brushes are made for creams and Demi especially. And then here I'm going to do the same thing. Again, don't panic when you see that. It's totally like trust the process. I'm doing that, coming up around here, around the bridge of my nose. And then because this is more sheer, once I start to feather it out, it kind of becomes melded in with my skin. Around my nose. Again, you could enlist the help of something a little bit more dense here. The Blush and Bronzer brush. Putting on a little lip gloss because I want something super light for the lips. I actually did Worth It Lip Plumper from Beauty Society and Madrid, and that's what I got here. Just like a very light peachy balm to go with the bronzy glow summer makeup. And yeah, so there we go. So that is the newer Demi method. And it, like I said, seems counterintuitive to people, but I feel like this just evens everything out and makes everything look softer. And my under eye bags look more diminished. Even though I put the brightening underneath, the sheerness of the bronzer, it's not opaque. So it lets the brightness shine through, but it tempers it so it doesn't look pasty, which is what I can't stand. I don't like that look anymore on me, again, because of my maturing skin. But in terms of the Aquaphor versus the balm, they look very, very similar. The ingredients are very, very similar. So whatever it is that you choose, I feel like, especially with cream makeup, it'll look amazing. And I think I am going to do another video in the future with a liquid foundation that I did pick up from Beauty Society called Perfect 10. Feels more like a serum, but it is actually a foundation. This hair is like, what is happening here? So it'd be very interesting to see it with that particular product on its own. So I probably will do that next. But that is it for now. Thank you so much for being here. All of my subscribers, thank you so much for your support, watching my videos and hanging out as always. Anybody that is new here, thank you for being here. And I will see you guys soon.